Okay, so this is a filling station management system built and designed for both filling stations, branch and then head office level, as well as depot agents and probably all other fields, operations and etc. So currently, the system for the branch manager level comes with all this. So currently, this is the branch manager dashboard, and as you can see, we have the total sales. We also have the cash in hand, and we also have expense. So now we can also add pump readings, tank dips and etc. So for today I have submitted a pump reading, my tank dips, my expense enlargement and my daily report has been made. So let's look at the sample again. So this is the pump reading section, where you select a pump and automatically the closing meter of yesterday will fill this side automatically. Now if there is no closing and opening field automatically, the system allows you to enter it manually. But if it fills automatically and head office has approved you to still edit it normally, the system will allow you to edit it normally, and then you enter your figures yourself. But based on the trust level and then genuity, that is why the system has been set to automatically fetch and lock that system. So head office is going to set the price per liter on the head office level, and this is currently a sample of what I made today. So my forward type and my opening meter, my closing meter was this, then my liter sold is this, and then price per liter. So the sales amount I was supposed to present to head office was this. And then when you go to tank dips too, we have my tank dips for the forward type petrol. So my liter sold for the day for petrol pumps, all the petrol pumps will fill automatically. This is my opening meter, so my expected closing is 1471. So I'm supposed to close as 1471. Now the reason why we are seeing this negative is because we have a low stock alert in our tank, so that is why we are seeing a negative 1471. So that is what we are seeing currently. So when we enter a negative 1471, so let's say minus 1471, you can see a perfect match over here. So yes, that is it. You are not shorting anything, you are only shorting underground. So that is how the system works. Now let's look at the other sections of the system. So when I am done with my pump readings and then probably the tank dips, I see a summary over here, and after seeing the summary I am allowed to submit my report by clicking the submit button here. But because this is submitted already, we are able to see and submit a report again. So this is how this section works. Now aside that, we also see the lodgement section where you can send cash to bank, and then when you send a cash to bank, your balance will be left on your dashboard over here. Yes, so this is what I sold, this is what I had after my expense and the cash I sent to bank. So everything is stated here clearly, and it is of every manager's duty that when you make your pump readings and tank dips, you upload a picture of it. So you come to pump reading, you select the pump type, maybe petrol, then you upload a picture by choosing the picture file from your phone or from the machine, wherever you are accessing the pictures from. You upload it and make sure it tallies with the picture reading, the meter reading you gave. And then when you come to the tank dips too, you make sure it tallies with the tank dip you gave as well. That is it for those sections. We also have the calibration section where you set your calibration type, and when you set the calibration, automatically you set a test date and then probably the quantity in liters, then you set your expiry date, then the supervisor will fetch automatically. Now when it is about expiring, the system automatically alerts head office that this branch is expiring, this branch is about expiring their calibration, and they have to probably review and re-inspect the system again. So all that appears via the SMS to the head office. Then we also have the attendance, where you mark the staff attendance. So this staff attendance has been marked already, and this staff was late because he was supposed to come in the morning, and I marked him around 1:24. So he's late for his probably attendance for morning shift. So this shift management will be done by head office. Now, aside that too, we also have a section where you can view your attendance history for all the staff members that have been assigned to that particular branch. And we also have leave request. So for leave request, when you submit a leave request, you approve as a branch manager, and then head office will now review and approve that particular leave request, and then from there you can now go. Now the final phase of the branch manager level is the profile page, where you can set up your name well and every other information to be set in the system. So that is how the profile page works. The bonus section is the notification section, where you can view and reply messages from head office. Just like WhatsApp, you can reply all messages. You can even send an information to your head office from your branch automatically, and then it will still go. All you need is a new chat with probably the branch head office, and then automatically you can send a message and then it will go to head office. So let's try something here, and when we are glancing through the head office section, we will probably go through that. So this is a new chat. So let's say hello. Let's send it. So now our message has been sent to head office. So let's go back to the head office section to review head office. So this is the head office dashboard. I'm logging in now. Good. So we have an alert over here, and this is the alert we have. We said we have a high variance alert from our head office section, and we can glance through it from a branch section, and this is the information it is saying. We're supposed to close with 5249, and we close with 524. Everything is stated there with the full quantity in shortage that we are shorting, and it is telling the branch breakdown that we should investigate the high variance, and we should check equipment calibration issues. We should also review delivery sales procedures, and we should contact the branch manager and prepare on-site inspection. So they are all over here. Aside that, we also have managing of depot. You can add as much as depot areas that you want to add to the system. You can add much and more depots. After you are done adding the depot, you can assign the depot agent. So you can create a depot agent account here and assign the depot agent to a particular depot, so that when they log in, they get access to their depot only and not other depots. We also have the depot report. When they submit a report from the depot, it comes here from the depot as a depot report, and this is a sample of how it looks. So the depot basic information, depot dates, BRV, product and quantity. Then we have track information, track number, driver contact and everything. Then we have the temperature and density. We have the discharge information. We also have the calibration levels, the measurements, depot T-bar and etc. and all those stuffs. And they can also add different measurements from their section. Now aside that, we also have the distribution plan. So this is where you allocate 4 quantities to all branches. So when I select when I create new distribution plan, and I select, let's say, Sote Lebanon, and I select petrol or diesel, I can enter the quantity I want to allocate to them, and automatically 4 will be allocated to them, and I enter the track information here, and automatically it will go to them straightforward. Now when they discharge the 4 at the branch level, it will come here clearly for me to see as a discharge report, so I can see clearly that maybe this branch has discharged their report. And when I click on it, I can also view a preview of how DS2 is, so you can see clearly this is a discharge report from Sote Diesel, and then whoever submitted it and all other information will be added to it at the lower end. So they are all here. And then aside that too, this is the discharge report. We have variance report for all shortages. So we have a variance. We allocated 24,000 to them, but then they discharged 23,000 and they've short 1,000 liters. So it shows here clearly that they've short it. And we also have the operations level in the head office, where you add more branches. So you can add a branch name, branch location, and you select a manager to that particular branch. So they are all here, and then you assign the branch manager. And then we also have the branch reports. This is where you see the daily report that have been submitted from branch on fuel. So this is a sample of branch report. But let me view the other one since the other one has much detail. So we have branch report for branch information. We have the financial summary. We have pump sales for all pumps. So let me scroll for you to see clearly. Pump sales for all pumps. Then we also have the tank dips for all tanks. We have expense and lodgement section. Then we have picture readings. So pump 1, pump 2, dipstick tank 1 for diesel. They are all here. You can see them clearly. So that is how it works at the daily report for all branches. We also have the alert. So the alert is the shortages the branch has made in the day, which we reviewed earlier when we started the particular information or when we started glancing through the system. So we have the calibration monitor. So all the calibration that was made at the branch level for the expiry, you see them here. When it is failed or approved, you see everything, or when they have passed, so you see everything at the branch level at the head office section. So when it is expiring, you receive SMS alerts that your calibration is about expiring and you need to possibly check for calibration and updates again. We also have the users, where you add more users to the system. Good. So we add more users to the system. Then we also have the staff management. That is more of like employee management, where you can add more staff, and in the case of adding the staff, you assign the staff to probably the branch. So this is it, you assign the staff to a branch, and they'll all fetch automatically. So sorry about that. So this is the branch level. Good. So you can see you can assign them and enter their salary information as well. Then from there we have leave request. So whenever they submit leave request, you can view and review and approve the leave request from there. So currently this section is logged for us to view. We also have the pump. So you can add and assign pumps to all branches, and you see the total money all pumps have generated. An interesting part about this section is that it shows you the amount a particular pump is generating and the number of sales the pump has made in liters and then even in total. So this is the liters for this multi-product pump for petrol, and then this is the money they have generated. We also have the maintenance section, if they have scheduled for any maintenance or not. So everything is here for pumps. You can also add as much as many tanks you want to add and assign them to branches. So let's say for instance add tank. Yes, you can see the tank. You can select a branch, and then the minimum level, critical level, they are all there. You can set it automatically. So when you set the minimum and the critical level for the tank, when the tank gets to a critical level, that level starts recording as critical. So they are all there. And then we also have the fuel price. So head office can set the fuel price from their level and automatically to cut across all branches. So when you set a new price, the old price becomes inactive, just like that. That is how the system works. So new prices pushes old prices to become inactive. We also have the system settings section, where you can do the system settings from the branch level. So this is where you enable and disable editings for opening meter and then deep stick reading and all the stuff from the branch level. And this is where you set shifts for all branches, and then probably assign their staffs to shifts and then to pumps as well. So this is it. Currently morning shift, we have one staff, then a JC who is attendant and assigned, but with noon we don't have anyone assigned to noon. And then when it comes to assigned pumps too, we have assigned Daniel JC to pumps as well. So everything is there clearly for you to see. And then from that side too, we also have the SMS configuration. This is where you set your SMS configuration so that when the branch submits report, you receive them through SMS as a head office, so that when you're not even active and you're on field, you can automatically know that this particular branch is making a shortage or even a profit at their branch level, or they made this amount of expense which is not reasonable and all the stuff, you receive them via SMS. So with the SMS configuration, the head office or the company will have to be paying for SMS credits every month, and when they pay for SMS credits every month, their system gets recharged for them to use as well. So that is how it works for SMS configuration at the head office level as well. And then from there we also have the role based access. So this is where you set the user access role and all the stuff. So it's just like user accounts. Then we have the profit and loss impact, so P&L calculator. Now when the government issues a price change, you can check them here if you are making a loss or a profit at your head office level. So let's take it for instance, petrol. It says petrol is 11 cedis, and then the new price, let's say it is now 15 cedis. You realize that price change is now increasing or probably decreasing. So we've made a plus 4 Ghana cedis on each liter, which is a 36.36% increase in profit on stock underground. And we also have, let's take it for instance, it is now 10 cedis. Then you realize that 1 cedi is shorting on each liter, which is a 9 to 9% decrease loss on stock underground. Now when I hit submit or calculate, you realize that I'll have to enter the reason for price change here. I'll have to enter additional notes, and when I hit this as calculate, it gives me a message like this saying that the price change resulted in a loss of this amount on probably this number of 4 underground for this branch in that order, or if it was increased, then say it has been a gain on that branch with this amount and then that number of liters underground. And the reason why I have seen that number of liters is because whenever there is a price change, make sure that all branch managers take a stock underground, so that you set up a stock management over here. So when you set up the stock management section, so you can see this is 50,000. This was what was shorting underground for Sute Lebanon, which we were seeing. So when you set for all branches and then the price change comes, you realize that the exact information on profits and an exact estimate will be given to you, and at the end of every sale you will receive that exact cash. So just that's the same thing you see at the P&L report. So you see it high loss, high gain, and then all other stuffs for that particular branch. So they all show at the branch level as well. And then from there we have, I think that is all for now, and we also have the chart. So we sent the chart from the branch manager section, if you could recollect. So let's review if that message came truly. So we'll go to the chat section and we'll see that the message was from